Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Z Tech Advisor channel. Today, we're diving into Module 5, Vulnerability Remediation. In this module, we'll explore the critical process of vulnerability remediation, focusing on understanding the remediation process itself. We'll delve into patch management strategies, including patch prioritization, testing methodologies, deployment procedures, and rollback protocols, essential for effectively addressing identified vulnerabilities. Additionally, we'll discuss configuration management best practices, such as system hardening and secure configurations, to minimize the attack surface and strengthen overall security posture. Lastly, we'll explore the implementation of compensating controls, such as firewalls and intrusion detection prevention systems, to mitigate vulnerabilities while permanent fixes are being applied. By the end of this module, you'll have a comprehensive understanding of vulnerability remediation strategies and be better equipped to secure your organization's digital assets. So let's dive in and explore these essential concepts together. Module 5, Vulnerability Remediation. Understanding the remediation process, patch management strategies, patch prioritization, testing, deployment, rollback procedures, etc. Configuration management best practices, system hardening, secure configurations, etc. Implementing compensating controls, firewalls, intrusion detection, prevention systems, etc. Strategies for addressing vulnerabilities without patches, automation, and orchestration in vulnerability remediation. Real-world examples of successful vulnerability remediation efforts, challenges, and pitfalls in the remediation process, and how to overcome them. Understanding the remediation process. The remediation process involves identifying, prioritizing, and mitigating security vulnerabilities to reduce the organization's risk exposure. It begins with the assessment of vulnerabilities, followed by prioritization based on factors such as severity, exploitability, and potential impact. Remediation activities include applying patches, implementing configuration changes, deploying compensating controls, or addressing vulnerabilities through other mitigation strategies. Once remediation actions are implemented, organizations must verify their effectiveness through testing and monitoring to ensure that security vulnerabilities have been properly addressed. Patch management strategies, patch prioritization, testing, deployment, rollback procedures, etc. Effective patch management strategies involve prioritizing patches based on risk severity, criticality, and potential impact on the organization's systems and operations. Organizations must establish procedures for testing patches in a controlled environment to assess compatibility, stability, and potential side effects before deployment. Deployment processes should be carefully planned and executed to minimize disruption to business operations and ensure timely patch installation. Rollback procedures should be in place to revert changes in case of patching failures or adverse effects on system functionality. Configuration management best practices, system hardening, secure configurations, etc. Configuration management best practices focus on hardening systems and implementing secure configurations to reduce the attack surface and mitigate security vulnerabilities. This involves removing unnecessary services and features, applying security baselines and industry standards, and implementing access controls and least privilege principles. Regular audits and assessments of configurations help ensure compliance with security policies and identify deviations from established standards. Continuous monitoring and enforcement of secure configurations help maintain the integrity and security of IT systems over time. Implementing compensating controls, firewalls, intrusion detection, prevention systems, etc. Compensating controls are security measures implemented to mitigate the risk of vulnerabilities that cannot be immediately patched or remediated. These controls include firewalls, intrusion detection, prevention systems, IDS, IPS, endpoint protection solutions, and network segmentation. By implementing compensating controls, organizations can reduce the likelihood and impact of exploitation while working to address underlying vulnerabilities. It's essential to configure and maintain compensating controls effectively to ensure their effectiveness in mitigating security risks. Strategies for addressing vulnerabilities without patches. Strategies for addressing vulnerabilities without patches include implementing temporary workarounds, applying virtual patches, or deploying security mitigations to reduce the risk of exploitation. Temporary workarounds may involve disabling vulnerable services or features, limiting user privileges, or isolating affected systems from the network. Virtual patches, such as intrusion prevention signatures or web application firewalls, can help block exploit attempts while permanent patches are developed or deployed. Security mitigations, such as configuration changes or compensating controls, aim to reduce the likelihood or impact of exploitation until patches become available. Automation and orchestration in vulnerability remediation. Automation and orchestration play a crucial role in streamlining vulnerability remediation processes, improving efficiency, and reducing response times. Automation tools can automate repetitive tasks, such as vulnerability scanning, patch deployment, and configuration management to accelerate remediation efforts. Orchestration platforms enable organizations to coordinate remediation activities across multiple systems and environments, ensuring consistency and compliance with established security policies and procedures. By leveraging automation and orchestration, organizations can enhance their ability to detect, prioritize, and remediate vulnerabilities rapidly, reducing the window of exposure to potential threats. Real-world examples of successful vulnerability remediation efforts. Real-world examples of successful vulnerability remediation efforts showcase organizations' proactive approach to identifying, prioritizing, and mitigating security vulnerabilities effectively. These examples highlight the use of best practices, such as timely patch management, configuration hardening, and compensating controls, to address vulnerabilities and reduce security risks. Successful remediation efforts demonstrate the importance of collaboration between IT teams, security personnel, and business stakeholders to implement remediation actions promptly and minimize the impact of security incidents. Challenges and pitfalls in the remediation process and how to overcome them. Challenges and pitfalls in the remediation process include patch management complexities, resource constraints, and coordination issues between IT and security teams. Organizations may face difficulties prioritizing vulnerabilities, testing patches, and deploying remediation measures in a timely manner. To overcome these challenges, organizations should establish clear processes, allocate sufficient resources, and leverage automation tools to streamline remediation efforts. Collaboration between IT and security teams, ongoing communication, and continuous improvement are essential for effectively addressing security vulnerabilities and maintaining a strong security posture. Case Study 1. XYZ Bank's Patch Management Success. Background. XYZ Bank, a leading financial institution, faced challenges in maintaining the security of its IT infrastructure due to the complexity of its systems and the volume of software applications in use. With the increasing frequency of cyber threats, XYZ Bank recognized the need to enhance its patch management practices to address security vulnerabilities promptly and reduce the risk of data breaches and financial losses. Challenge: XYZ Bank struggled with patch management complexities, including identifying critical patches, testing compatibility with existing systems, and deploying patches across its distributed environment. The lack of an automated patch management solution and coordination issues between IT and security teams further compounded the challenge of timely patch deployment. To address these challenges, XYZ Bank embarked on a comprehensive patch management initiative to streamline its vulnerability remediation process. Solution: XYZ Bank implemented an automated patch management solution to streamline its vulnerability remediation process and improve the efficiency of patch deployment. The solution provided capabilities for patch prioritization, testing, deployment, and monitoring, enabling XYZ Bank to identify critical patches quickly, test compatibility with production systems, and deploy patches across its distributed environment in a controlled manner. Additionally, XYZ Bank established cross-functional collaboration between IT and security teams to ensure alignment of patch management activities with business priorities and security objectives. Outcome: As a result of the patch management initiative, XYZ Bank achieved significant improvements in its vulnerability remediation process and strengthened its security posture. The automated patch management solution enabled XYZ Bank to reduce the time required to identify, test, and deploy critical patches, minimizing the window of exposure to potential security threats. By streamlining patch management practices and enhancing collaboration between IT and security teams, XYZ Bank demonstrated its commitment to proactive risk management and protecting customer data, enhancing trust and confidence in its security capabilities. Thank you so much for joining us today. We hope you found this information helpful and insightful. If you enjoyed this video, please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to our channel for more great content like this one. Until next time, stay safe and keep working smart.